Gang violence. We hear about it all the time. On the news, social media, everywhere. Students at Martin Luther King Academy in Lexington, Kentucky meet weekly to learn about the problem of gang violence. The group is called M.A.D.E, which is an acronym for Motivated All Day, Every Day. Logan Averett, a former gang member from the Rollin' 60 Crips from Portland, Oregon for more than 20 years. He saw it all, and he's using his experience for others to learn from.
Gang violence has always been out of control since day one, but it has gotten a lot worse in certain areas of society. You know, witnessing death, that's always going to be the worst thing that I have to see, is death. It doesn't matter who it is, you know, death is a hurtful thing. You know, it hurts the community, it shakes up the world when someone dies.
He was pulled in by his neighborhood and his friends.
I gave up on my dreams and goals and decided that I probably would fit in better with the neighborhood gang.
His story is not unique. Right now, we are on our way to an old family friend who is currently in a gang.
My original affiliation was the Black Gangster Disciples. And since the 80s, I've been affiliated.
He is still part of a gang, though. A good gang. It's called Grown from Development.
I promote peace, tranquility, like the guys who at one point in time were our enemies running around here, or my enemies. We're all old men. We sit back and laugh about it. You know, we talk about how silly we were because this is Lexington, Kentucky. 90% of the individuals here, if you grew up in the East End, the West End, North End, or South End, if your parents or any of your family grew up in any of these part of towns, somehow your families are connected. Somehow. There's a big difference from where we were to where we are now.
Back at the M.A.D.E meeting, former gang members are taking their experiences on the streets into the schools, educating kids about the dangers of joining a gang at a young age. Here we see young men planning for a positive future. Logan told me so much about his life in a gang and told me what drew him into the gang life.
And then most of my friends, you know, their families were in the gang, uncles, big brothers, and things of that nature. And like I said, I gave up on my dreams and goals and decided that I probably would fit in better with the neighborhood gang.
The reason why he joined a gang was because he thought he could fit in better with his neighborhood gang. The reason why he created the M.A.D.E program was because he told me that he wanted to stop kids from going through what he and his friends went through, and told me about his best friend who passed away almost 10 years ago. It's emotional.
And here it is, almost 10 years later, and I want to say, Chris, to you, you know, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I thank you, my man. You have a blessed life.
At the end of every M.A.D.E meeting, everyone does hands in the middle, and a reminder of why they are here.
We're all old men. We sit back and laugh about it. You know, we talk about how silly we were because this is Lexington, Kentucky. 90% of the individuals here, if you grew up in the East End, the West End, North End, or South End, if your parents or any of your family grew up in any of these part of towns, somehow your families are connected. Somehow.
I asked him if he thinks more jails and prisons could lessen gang violence, and he says no, and tells me why.
Prison, you have gang fashion. You have different gangs in the prison system. And in all actuality, inside the prison system, they get along because they have a common enemy. They have an individual who they share in common who is oppressing them.
I asked them if most gang members are dangerous people or just misunderstood. And to my surprise, he tells me that most gang members aren't violent people and tells me why.
You will be pleasantly surprised that most gang members aren't violent people. Most gang members are violent because the number one law is survival.
I asked him what was the most violent thing he's ever witnessed and told me the story of his little brother.
I lost my little brother. He was on the other side. He was the opposition. I had to go to a funeral surrounded by individuals who actually wanted to kill me. And his mother, she spoke up because they were furious that I was at his funeral. And his mother spoke up and told him he's hurting more than any of you. This is his little brother. He's got to bury his little brother. How did it make me feel? I think that was probably the defining moment when I said, we've got to do something. We've got to, we've got to change.
In the end, some people do care about gang violence. Whether if it's someone who's a gang member who promotes peace, or someone who wants to help and prevent young people from joining a gang.
That was probably the defining moment when I said, we've got to do something. We've got to, we've got to change.
And I want to say, Chris, to you, I'm doing it.